Hey, I'm Christophe Zajac-Denek, and I'm a drummer. I'm also an actor, stuntman. Oh, I'm a badass. I started drumming at 15, and I wanted to play an instrument, but I really didn't know what instrument I could play with my small hands. And so drums just made sense because I could grab sticks. Guitar necks and bass necks are too wide, and I have kind of fat, soft fingertips. So came home from school every single day and I just played drums for 2 hours, and that was me. That's what I did. The drum kit I bought was just off the floor. It wasn't a specialized drum set at all. I didn't really know what a drum throne was, but we ended up buying the shortest drum throne we could find, and I still have it today. And I mean, I adjusted stuff for months and years after that. It's what I've done with everything in my life, so drums is kind of no different. So I just started to play and practice drums as much as I possibly could and see if I could make a living as a drummer, which led to me touring the US and Europe for 6 years, traveling in a van, driving ourselves across the country, playing on stages every single night for 2 months at a time. And that was the time of my life. I had so much fun traveling, knowing that I was playing music that I had a lot of fun playing. I got to just have fun and be my musical self, you know, Christophe, the drummer in the rock band on tour. Every single time we would show up to a new venue, the people who were just in the bar having a drink or getting lunch, they would see me and just stare, thinking like, what is this guy doing? Why is there a midget walking through the bar with a drum kit right now? I had already developed a really thick skin, so I didn't pay attention to it, and I didn't sort of let it bother me, or so I thought. You know, I knew how to ignore it and put it out of my mind or out of my eyesight. When I was 18, I went to my first LPA event, which is Little People of America, and it was at this little person family's house, and there were probably 35 other little people there. And I showed up and I hung out for about an hour and I said, nope, not for me. That wasn't me. That was not me. I denied it from the second I parked my car. I just did not belong there. I was very rebellious about who I was and very ableist in my own mind. I didn't belong with these people. I didn't belong with that. And I just hadn't had the exposure. I didn't think it was fun to be around other little people. You know, it's really sad to say that, but I'm also comfortable in saying that because it's the truth. When I was in college, my self-confidence was really high for some things and really low for other things. I was a late bloomer. I wanted to be around girls and date girls, but it just never happened for me. And I went to a house party at my friend's house, and this one woman who was very tall, beautiful, she squatted down in front of me, and we were talking for a minute, and then she kissed me and started making out with me. And that was the first time that had ever happened to me, a junior in college. The next day, the next couple days, I thought, oh, that was just a mistake. Like, she didn't mean to do that. That wasn't what she wanted to do. 2 weeks later, all of my friends are over at her house. They're throwing a party, and we make out again. I spend the night on the couch. We made out a little bit more. 2 days later, in my head, I'm thinking, oh, that was a mistake. She didn't want to do that, actually. She was drunk. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. What? That's how my mind worked. It wasn't thinking about me having value where I could, someone that looks like me or who is me could make out with a beautiful girl at a party. That she wasn't making a mistake and actually wanted to be close to me and had interest in me. After moving to Hollywood and getting a taste of the acting business and being in front of the camera, which was new for me, I got an agent. I started to go on auditions, and I was having a blast because I was making more money than I was as a drummer. I had to do less prep work, and I was getting into some commercials and stuff where I was wearing costumes that were kind of challenging to animate, and I thought that was really, really fun. But it took me a couple years to figure out that little people aren't being seen as people in the industry. My face got covered up so many times with prosthetics and glue and goop and makeup and foam and alien heads and furry monsters and trolls and masks and prosthetic teeth. It's tough to realize that there's always this ceiling that is very difficult to break through. And I don't mind doing those jobs when I am replaceable or my face is replaceable, but I'm upset that there aren't as many other options or more other options for people to just see my eyes and my nose and my face and my head. What I want to see is brands who are brave enough to show us. Put us in some footwear, put us in some outerwear, put us on a trail, put us behind a desk using your computer, having a transaction at a bank teller window, or they're getting their car washed, or they're walking a dog. The way that they approach us, I think is misconstrued because they think they're being creative. Oh, let's create an elf scene that's really dramatic and crazy. To me, that is so uncreative, whereas if you really wanted to get creative, put us in a situation where we actually live. Males and females of all different races and all different heights and all different abilities as actual people. I don't fault anyone for not walking a mile in my shoes or trying to walk a mile in my shoes. That's never going to happen. That's unrealistic. Look at someone in the eyes and say, wow, I'd like to know about you. I'd like to know who you are. I'd like to just have a discussion and expose myself to what a difference is and what that means, because that is just real. Move past the labels and just show people who have heart, and allow their hearts to be seen.